Howdy. My name's Katie Spinks. I'm recording this on February 4th in Austin, Texas. I just gave myself a session with the acupressure mat on my massage table. This is a spontaneous impromptu chat, and it's on the topic of my favorite intersection of healing arts and performance arts. Just from my own personal experience recently. So I acted in something at the end of last month, and it felt great. I put a lot of prep work and thought into it. I actually changed the script a lot, and that was like kind of a capacity building expansion too, because I had to face those nerves of, will this be appreciated? Will this land? And it was well received. And this was not for theater. This was, I was on set. So we'll see how it looks, but I'll just speak to my experience. Like, I felt really good after, after cut was called. It felt like a big creative expansion. Like a lot of my creative energy was outpoured. So how this relates to the healing realm, healing arts. As some of y'all know, I'm a somatic therapist. I'm a nervous system educator. And I'm an Enneagram type 4. It might be obvious with my hair right now. Like I'm into the arts. Sometimes I perform. And sometimes I write and direct and make random artistic stuff. I think all of us are artists. How we live our life is art, which is a real Enneagram type 4 thing to say. I don't know if you can hear the traffic out the window there. But I finally had like a light bulb moment go off a couple days ago, because I've just kind of been feeling like a little down. But I am pretty good at recognizing what state my nervous system is in, and others, which is like a really cool thing that I'd love for all of us to have, because it just helps us make better choices and have more empathy, kindness towards ourselves, with each other. And so the past couple weeks since the shoot, it's been a little confusing for me, because I'm like, I'm not really like in a freeze state. I'm not really in a collapsed conservation energy preservation mode, which can feel like depression and down, but I was like, it's not quite that. Like, I've still been social, hanging out with friends, like still doing things I love, like still teaching my yoga classes in a good way, like I'm still able to connect. So I'm like, okay, it's not that, what's going on? And I recently posted about it on my Instagram, this book, and this lady I recently discovered She goes by Muscle Music on Instagram, and she has this book called Super Play, and it's brilliant stuff, all nervous system education for artists and performers. And I like recalled like reading this one page. I am someone who loves to just like flip through books, and I in an intuitive way, we flip to what we're meant to see. And so I got this book at the beginning of January. I haven't read much of it, but I did read something about dopamine. And that was the light bulb moment just a few days ago. And then it's so funny because I grabbed the book off my bookshelf like that night at midnight when I'm like, light bulb. I flip it open. I flip to the dopamine stuff. It's like, that's what I'm experiencing. A dopamine dip, a dopamine crash. And not just, of course, not only artists, performers experience this, culturally, I think so many of us these days. And then why this is cool to know, because then you can just make better choices for yourself. So immediately I was like, okay, wow, well, I need to stay off social media because that's just like not helping me recover. So I need to allow my dopamine levels to recalibrate. And I'm not going to pretend I know everything there is to know about dopamine and the brain. I don't. But it feels intuitively true because the nuance, the difference, like with the nervous system states, the polyvagal ladder, like not being at the bottom of the ladder, I'm still in my window of presence and tolerance. Like I'm able to connect to myself and others and the environment. But it's just been like things that normally will light me up. It's just been a little like, nah, like it's, and that's where the question mark has been like, what's the matter? Like, why are things just a little lackluster? And so this lady, Ruby Rose Fox is her name, who goes by Muscle Music. It's only like a couple pages, this little chapter on the dopamine crashes and how to recover. Real simple. It's embracing pain and allowing yourself to have a schmoo day. She calls it a schmoo day. And this is so real for artists and performers with those heights, those highs of highs, where you have this big creative expansion. And that also speaks to why a lot of artists and performers can fall into drug addiction, because, yeah, it messes with us. It's like, so to actually just know it's normal for things to seem a little lackluster as our dopamine levels recalibrate, to embrace the blueness, the schmoo, the pain. And so yesterday I let myself just have a complete schmoo day, where I kind of withdrew from the world unless I legitimately like wanted to talk to someone who reached out, I would. But other than that, I was just like, let myself watch a lot of That 70s Show and just lounge around. I ended up having little creative moments, that felt good. So it's still, like even today, it's still a little there, but I'm okay. I'm really thankful for, I'm going to sound so hippie now. I'm really thankful for cacao. And my dog, and friends, and family, and my yoga community, because I taught 2 classes yesterday, and I was like, it's funny, before I went, I was like, man, I do not want to do this, like, I should quit. I just quit, I'm so over this. And then I get there, and it's totally lovely, and part of that has to do, I think, with my honesty and letting people know this is kind of what's going on with me. I'm like in a dopamine dip, so I'm just a little low energy, and then to like be received and have that relatability, it really opens up a conversation. Yeah, I love people, including you, whoever you are watching this. Yeah, sending lots of love out there. If any of this resonates or you'd like more information, feel free to reach out. Or if you want to know more about the nervous system, I love teaching about that. I might offer another online class series here soon. So let me know if that interests you. And fare thee well. Happy February.